Good afternoon, Jim Wilson here, Principal of Wilson Haynes, Solicitors, Conveyancers and Business Advisors on the beautiful Gold Coast Tweed. I want to talk to you today about the law and you, particularly if you're an employee or a business owner or an investor in a business which is either established or to be established. You see, what usually happens is that people run along to their accountant and get a company which is either trading of itself or be the trustee of a unit trust or some such, and set themselves up and commence trading and put money into the business or loan money to the business. Now, the biggest risk that businesses have in the first few years for failure relates to how the individuals who are involved in the business get along. And the way that that risk is mitigated against is by seeing your solicitor first before you go into business with other people. And your solicitor will advise you about what's called a partnership agreement, or a shareholders agreement if it's a company, or a unit holders agreement if it's a unit trust, which is oftentimes the mechanism which is used. Now, why do you go to see your solicitor about those matters first? Well, these documents set out who will be the directors of the company, who will be the managing director, who will be the employees of the shareholders and how much will they be paid and how will they be reviewed. What happens if a shareholder or unit holder wants to sell their share and reinvest elsewhere? What happens if the business needs more money? And what happens if one of the investors, be it a partnership, a shareholder or a unit holder, cannot put that money in? Is their interest in the business reduced accordingly? And if so, how? And what happens if someone makes an approach to me to buy my shares and I want to be able to maximise on that value? Can I call on another shareholder to sell a proportionate part of their shares as well? And of course, what happens in dispute resolution? If there is a dispute, how are we going to handle that dispute and how we're going to sit down sensibly and intelligently and work out how we're going to move forward together as investors, whether we're unit holders or directors or partners. You see, there's a lot more to being in business and mitigating against risk than just having the right structure. It's having the right documentation to go with it. So I invite anyone who's interested to do it properly to give me a call on 0755 363055 for a free 35 to 45 minute discussion about how you really want to structure a relationship with your co-investors, whether they're partners, shareholders or unit holders. Jim Wilson, Principal Wilson Haynes, Solicitors, Conveyancers and Business Advisors, the beautiful Gold Coast Tweed.